Hey guys, it's Anthony. Today we're gonna walk you through my training regimen to how I ran a marathon in under 3 hours. Whether you're aiming to complete your first marathon or improve your time, this video is for you. Let's get into it. So before we get into the training, let's go over the foundations. So one of the things that I've done to kind of help get my body in the best position to perform is I do my blood work 4 times a year, about every 4 months. That gives me the best idea of what supplements I should be taking based on my blood markers. So 4 supplements I'm currently taking right now: curcumin, multivitamin, vitamin D, and desiccated organs. So I take a multivitamin to replenish the nutrients that I'm using when I'm pushing myself hard. So I take turmeric to help with my inflammation levels. When you're pushing yourself hard, you're gonna be inflamed, and you just wanna improve your recovery by keeping those inflammation levels low. So vitamin D is just for general wellness. Training can be 3-4 months at a time, and vitamin D keeps my immune system strong and allows me to keep training. If I'm sick, can't train. So desiccated organs, I know sounds a little strange, but I found that since I've been taking it, it's helped with my energy levels and my testosterone levels, allowing me to train and work at the same capacity. So for this exact plan that I'm gonna share with you guys in the link below, this is what took me from a 3 hour and 3 minute personal best to a 2 hour, 53 minute personal best marathon. And it all started, following different plans. And I thought I was always doing the right thing and I always got better until I talked to one of my clients who is a professional marathon runner. And he told me it was one simple mistake that I was making. It wasn't enough mileage. You fix that, you have it. You got it in the bag. So I'm coming off Chicago where I ran with an injury, and I took a step back for the first time after 3 prior marathons. That was my 4th. And I said, you need to focus in, nothing fancy. There's all these different types of runs. I'm just gonna focus on mileage, build my foundation, and then gradually build up in a safe way to a peak mileage that I've never hit before, have my legs be so strong, and perform on race day. All right, so let's talk about the right gear. When it comes to running shoes, it can be pretty specific. I recommend going to a store. I typically go to the Roadrunner store in town, and they're able to do a gait or a running analysis. And based on those results, they'll give you a selection of shoes that match what you are presenting in terms of your gait and running analysis. Then after that, you can go and try them on and see what fits right on your foot. So from that experience, I was able to try on a couple pairs of Brooks, Saucony, and basically find the one that felt the most comfortable. And that's when I settled on Saucony. Just felt like it was a better shoe for my foot. And with that training and that support, I was able to get a lot more miles in and not have the same kind of impact that I was having based on my other shoes, which were more minimal in terms of their support. With running, there's a lot of trial and error, kind of finding what works for you. But when you have the analysis, you speed up that process a little bit more. You can try on the newest shoe that's hot and everyone's kind of wearing it, but everyone's running style is different. And if you're in the park or running outside, you'll see many different running styles, not just from yourself, but from other runners as well. Everyone's gonna take on load in a different way, and you want your shoe to kind of help you in how your body's running, not on how someone else is running. So one of the most underrated things that, just helped me a ton, especially with my marathon training, because I want to keep training, I want to put the miles in, is using my Theragun before and after any of my training runs, any of my races. It helps to improve blood flow. It helps to unload my muscles, especially, when you're running and you're putting miles in, even like a shorter 3 mile, 4 mile run. You're out there consistently running for at least 20, 30 minutes. It's a lot of time on the legs. So anytime I can get afterwards done and completed, I'm feeling good. With all the training and all the miles, you're gonna have the lactic acid build up. Your muscles are gonna be being worked, so they're being used. You wanna just get them to start to heal up so you can run the next day and then run the next day and keep doing that over for 16 to 20 weeks. You're in for the long haul. The last piece of equipment that I use that I feel like every runner needs is a Garmin watch. I think it's the best thing you can do for tracking in terms of GPS. It gives you enough data in terms of your heart rate and your VO2 max, at least estimated. I'm a big fan of training like you're gonna race. And for me, it's about being light, it's about being efficient. So Garmin watch, it's light, efficient. The last thing that's the absolute secret to running a sub-3 marathon is hands-on muscle therapy. So hands-on muscle therapy is deep body work that really helps to open up and release your muscles. When you're out there running and marathon training, as those miles keep on logging, your legs get really heavy, they get really tight. And the lactic acid buildup after those runs really starts to take a toll in terms of your speed and your pacing. And being able to get on the table and be as relaxed as you can and having somebody work through your muscles at a deep layer so they can get really into all those muscles, even behind the muscles that you see superficially, is an absolute game changer. Yeah, I remember when I was logging a lot of miles and in the middle of the training, I was holding a lot of tension on the inside of my shins, like closer to my ankles. And I was having Nick treat me because it just, especially even during the treatment process, it felt like it was burning. Like it was just so sensitive. It was definitely overworked, and it's gonna happen a little bit. You gotta take care of your body when you're putting in those kind of miles. But when he worked through it and I was trying to relax as much as I can, and he was able to get deep, and then putting it through motion was really brutal. But it was all worth it getting off the table. I was like, okay, I feel a little bit more free, and to get up and run next day and feel like it wasn't worse, and it even got better, even after logging all those miles, just one treatment. And it's really how you can keep going out there day after day, logging miles so you can build the strength, but also not get hurt and set yourself back. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and let us know if you have any questions on either marathon training or anything that we talked about in this video. We'll see you in the next one.